Students, we all know that in case of electrolysis, what is happening? The oppositely charged ions are moving towards the electrodes, or I should say, ions are moving towards the oppositely charged electrodes. Based on that, we are going to study today the Coleridge law of independent migration of ions. Yes, we begin with Coleridge law of independent migration of ions. Now what does it means? It means that at infinite dilution, it means when you have added excess amount of water to such an extent that the electrolyte has completely dissociated into ions, at that particular stage each ion will migrate independently of its co-ion. Each ion, whether it is cation or anion, they will migrate towards the oppositely charged electrode, and they are going to contribute to the total molar conductivity of the electrolyte. It means that if lambda naught is the molar conductivity at zero concentration, that is at infinite dilution, molar conductivity, I repeat, at infinite dilution, molar conductivity would be is equal to sum of the contribution of the molar conductivities of the cation and the anion. At infinite dilution, that is when the concentration is zero, it is very much diluted to such an extent that there is no more electrolyte but only ions are there. At that particular time period, molar conductivity of the electrolyte at infinite dilution is the sum of the molar conductivity of the cation as well as anion. Now we are going to solve numerical based on this. So I have one numerical based on this. What is the molar conductivity of AgI? We have to find out molar conductivity of AgI. Molar conductivity of AgI is equal to question mark. At zero concentration, if lambda naught value, so they have given lambda naught value of Na, they have given it is 126.9 ohm inverse centimeter square per mole. Lambda naught value of AgNO3, they have also given this, which is 133.4 with same unit. Lambda naught value for NaNO3 also they have given 121.5 and the same unit. Now the question arises how to solve this. See, if you look at the electrolytes, okay, you have to arrange the electrolyte in such a way that at the end you get lambda Ag plus lambda I minus. That would be the molar conductivity of I. So you have to make sure that you are getting this is equal to lambda cation, lambda anion. So let us come back over here. How will I arrange? I will have to write first AgNO3, molar conductivity of AgNO3 plus molar conductivity of NaI minus molar conductivity of NaNO3. Okay, now what we are going to do is we will write here the molar conductivity of Ag plus the molar conductivity of NO3 minus plus molar conductivity of Na plus. I can make out, you might be able to hear the noise, the background. Nature is very much happy nowadays. Plus lambda I minus, then we have minus lambda Na plus minus lambda NO3 minus. So now when you look at this condition, this stage, here is lambda of AgI. So lambda of AgI, let us look at the common terms. Okay, the common terms which are getting cancelled is this is the NO3 minus here Na plus, and we are left over with lambda naught Ag plus lambda naught I minus. Okay, so now we substitute these values. Okay, so lambda of AgI is equal to lambda of AgI is equal to, I am going to write here now, AgNO3 first, 133.4 then it is NaI plus 126.9, then minus NaNO3 121.5. When you solve this, then you will be getting answer as 138.8 ohm inverse centimeter square per mole. So here is the numerical based on Kohlrausch law of migration of ions.